Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is both an honor and a responsibility to stand before you today as we gather to discuss one of the most urgent and consequential challenges for our time, the production and restoration of life on land, as outlined in United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 50. In the world where forests are vanishing a rate of 10 million hectares each year, where over 1 million plant and animal species face extinction, and where soil degradation threatens not just biodiversity, but global food security. The call to action has never been louder. SDG 15 reminds us that ecosystems are not a luxury. They are the foundation of human survival, economic stability, and planetary health. And for today's meeting, we will explore the state of the terrestrial biodiversity. The key threat is facing including deforestation, desertification, and illegal wildlife trade. And the solution we must to scale up. From policy enforcement to community land conversation, more importantly, it will ask what we can do as a student, professional citizen, or others playing in restoring the balance between humanity and the nature. For today's meeting, we invite the Doctor of University Kebangsaan Malaysia, MINGHAO, and the financial entrepreneur, ZHANG. Final is the doctor from Hong Kong University, PENGXU. For Dr. Sun, I want to ask, what's your opinion for the SDG 15?
Okay, today I want to talk about something fundamental to our survival, protecting land ecosystem. When we look at our blue planet from space, we often marvel at via oceans, but we forget that the 29% of Earth's land surface which sustain all terrestrial life is losing its eco-frontal at an alarm rate of the 100,000 square kilometer per year, according to UNEP. The every grade that nature-human civilizations, providing food, clean water, and air, is now suddenly crying for help. Land ecosystems are Earth's most perfect life support system, a delicate balance of field, plant, animal, and microorganisms that evolved over millions of years. Just 1 square meter of healthy soil contains 1 trillion microorganisms, more than the numbers of stars in the Milky Way that instead will sustain 90% of the global food production. Yet, industrial farming and destruction degrade 24 billion tons of fertile soil annually, according to the FAO. Without healthy soil, our agriculture system will collapse. Forests absorb 6 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare every year. Action as a nature criminal recognized, yet we are losing them at a rate of 30 soccer field per minute, according to WWF. The Amazons, often called Earth's air conditioner, has seen 70% of its area disappears in 15 years, pushing it toward a trapid point where it could turn into a savanna. According to WWF's Living Planet report, land-based space pollutions have dropped by 69% since 1970s. Animals like smoked tigers and African elephants are on the brink, while planet's usage of the 75% of crops are declining rapidly due to the plastic and habit loss. Behind these numbers lies human activity, overdevelopment, pollution, and climate change. The Australian wildlife of 2022 burned 18 million hectares. The Amazon deforestation of the cattle reaches released the 470 million tons of carbon dioxide already. And the sales distinctions displays 15 million people. Nature is sounding the alarm in the loudest way possible. Right now, conversation face three critical contradictions. First, short-term profit with long-term cost. In Brazil, clean rainforest for soybeans earned $3,000 per hectare, but those ecosystem surveys are worth $6,200 according to Nature. Similarly, clean oil plants in the endogenous generated quickly reveal but destroy heritage unorganized and so many hurries. Second, local actions and global consequence. Organizing in Mongolian stepping create a dust storm that carry pollutions as far as Japan and Korea. In African soil areas from unsustainable farming, wasteful industry, drying mountains to Europe. Third, tech solutions vs culture change. While innovation like carbon captures or lab group meet help, Kenya's green blend movement funded by Warming magazine provided that community information works better than top-down policies. And about solutions, I think is nature, economic, and social model. China's Shanghai forest once be a desert. This 903,000 hectare forest now generated $1.5 billion annually in eco value. And the Netherlands food forest by making nature ecosystem farm increased boldly 300% while mean yards. So what can we do? You don't need to wait for government or co-ops. Just act now. First, stop smart, avoiding product like defunctions. The simple choice can cut 2.5 tons from your annoying carbon footprint. Second, join the local effort. Shanghai's communities gardens turn wilderness lots of 47% more polluted habit. In its cities like Berlin, garden movements are reclaiming concrete space for nature. Second, demanding policy change. Germany's eco Germany's eco-accounting system, which assigns monetary value to ecosystem, such as inserting damage to nature by 80%, support similar policies in your country. As spoilacist E.O. Willisman says, we are not inheriting Earth from our ancestors. We are borrowing it from our children. In China's ZHANG hider capture showed leopard on camera after decade of conservation. New York's High Link Park transformed a rusty railway into a trail green space visited by 8 million people yearly. This proof is never too late to help. So join the movement. The Earth needs you now.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Sun. You spoke a lot of simple about the work we can do. We must try to lot of way to save the nature as now to do something for our children immediately. And for Mr. Zhang, do you think was the main factor of SDG 15?
Okay, I'm going to talk about something that really matters, the reasons why our land ecosystems are being damaged. This topic connects to SDG 15, Life on Land. It's about protecting forests, plants, animals, and the soil we all depend on. But right now, many land ecosystems are in trouble. Forests are disappearing, animals are losing their homes, and the soil is becoming dry and unhealthy. So today I want to focus on three big humans related reasons Why is this happening? Land use change, pollution, over-exploitation of natural resources. I will explain each one using examples and real data. These problems don't just hurt the environment, they affect food, water, health, and even the future of our planet. Let's begin with the first case, land use change. Land use change means we are changing natural land into farms, cities, or roads. It often leads to deforestation, cutting down trees to grow crops or raise animals. One major example is the Amazon rainforest. According to WWF, almost 17 of it has been destroyed in the past 50 years, mostly for farming. This is a huge loss because the Amazon is the home to billions of species. When trees are cut down, animals lose their homes. Rainfall patterns change. Carbon is released into the air, making climate change worse. In Southeast Asia, rainforests are often cleared to plant palm oil. When palm oil is used in many products like chocolate and shampoo, it causes major damage. In places like Malaysia and Indonesia, wildlife is disappearing because their forests are gone. Urban growth is another issue. As cities get bigger, more land is covered in concrete. Trees are removed, rivers are blocked, and the land cannot absorb the water properly. Soil becomes dry and unhealthy. A report from the UN Convention to Combat Desertification says that we lose around 24 billion tons of fertile soil each year because of land use change. So the first big cause of land ecosystem destruction is that we are using the land too much too fast without giving nature enough time to recover. The second major factor is pollution, especially from farming and industry. Farmers often use pesticides and fertilizers to grow more food, but these chemicals don't stay in one place. It moves into the soil and rivers. It makes the land pernicious for insects, fish, and even humans. For example, nitrogen pollution from the fertilizers causes the soil to become acidic. It's called the soil acidification. When the soil is too acidic, good plants can't grow and helpful insects disappear. A study in the Nature 2019 showed that areas with high fertilizers use has less soil biodiversity, meaning fewer earthworms and other lives that keep the soil healthy. Industrial pollution also damages ecosystems. Many factories release waste into land and water. This includes heavy metals, plastics, and chemicals. In some places, this pollution stays in the soil for decades. Another new problem is the plastic pollution on land. Tiny plastic pieces are now found in the soil too. A study from China showed that plastic sheets used in farming leave behind plastic pieces in the soil, which harms plants and worms. Pollution is a silent killer. You may not see it right now, but over time, it destroys ecosystems from the inside. The third cause is the overexploitation, using too many natural resources too quickly. People cut down too many trees and hurt too many animals. It puts a lot of pressure on land ecosystems. In many places, illegal logging happens. Forests are cleared of tiny bear, but without rules or care. This destroys animals' habitats and increases the risk of floods and landslides. Poaching is also a problem. Animals like elephants are hunted for their tracks and horns. Some of these species are close to extinction. According to the UNEP, overexploitation affects nearly 13% of global biodiversity and habitats. The more we take, the less nature can give back. Without balance, ecosystems collapse.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zhang. It's very hard to remove those chemistry items. Those are common things we always use in our daily life. It's very hard to remove them from the river or soil when they polluted by the chemistry items. Hope we can find the new way in the future. Okay, about the Dr. Chen. Do you think what's the solution about the SDG 15?
Okay, hello everyone. Today I want to share some simple ideas on how we can protect life on land. As we know, life on land is one of the goals in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It's about protecting forests, animals, plants, and the land we all live on. And I believe that even small actions can help protect the environment. I will take about three or four easy solutions that companies, schools, and even we as individuals can try. And the solution one is plant more trees. The first solution is very simple: plant more trees. Trees help clean the air, stop soil from washing away, and give homes to birds and animals. If we cut down trees, we must plant new ones. As a company or school, we can organize tree planting days. This can be done during weekends or school holidays. It's not too expensive and everyone can join in. Even planting one tree is better than doing nothing. And for example, some schools have small gardens where students can plant trees and take care of them. Companies can spend money or time to help local parks plant trees. The solution two is use less plastic. Another easy solution is use less plastic. Plastic waste can harm animals on land and in rivers. We should try to reduce plastic use, especially single-use plastic like bags and bottles. Companies can stop using plastic packaging and choose paper or cloth bags. Schools can ask students to bring their own water bottles and lunchbox. And at home, we can bring our bags when we go shopping and say no to plastic store at coffees. These small changes can help protect animals and keep the land clean. And the solution three is support local farmers who protect the land. A third solution is to support small farmers who care for the environment. Some farmers use fairly chemicals, plant many kinds of crops, and protect the soil. When we buy food from these farmers, we are helping them continue their good work, and schools can invite local farmers to talk to students about how they protect the land. Companies can buy materials from these farmers. As individuals, we can visit farmers' markets and buy fresh food that was growing away is good for the land. And this supports both the environment and the local community. The last solution is educate more people about nature, and is to teach more people about nature. Many people hurt the environment not because they want to, but because they don't know how their actions affect the land, plants, and animals. If we learn more about nature works, we will care more about it. Schools can teach students about forests, soil, and animals. We can go on free trips to parks or farmers to see nature with our eyes. Companies can also help by sharing simple messages online or giving talks in the community about protecting the environment. Even we, as students, can make a difference. We can share eco tips on social media or make posters for our school. The more people understand the land, the more they will want to protect it. And why these solutions matter? You may wonder, do small actions really help? The answer is yes. If more people plant trees, use less plastic, and support good farming, the land will be healthier. Forests can grow again. Animals will have safe homes, and the soil will stay strong. Life on land is important because we are depending on, and we get food, clean water, and fresh air from health land. If we damage the land too much, it will be hard to fix it later, and that's why we should do something now, even if it's just small steps. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. So, in conclusion, there are a lot of ways, but the path to achieving SDG 15 is not easy, but it's essential. Our forest, grassland, river, and mountains, they are more than ecosystem. There's life to support the system, like cultural symbols and economic pillars. To protect them is to protect ourselves. Whatever through reforestation effort, strict wildlife protection laws, sustainable farming, or education and awareness campaigns, every action counts as individuals, as communities, as global citizens. We must choose to stand on the side of nature, not just in word, but in practice, in future immediately. Let us live here not just only with the knowledge, but with a deeper responsibility in the future of life on land. Depends on what we decide to do and now. So thank you all for your listen. And let's work together to build a world where both people and nature can thrive. 再见。